Welcome to episode 1 on the KuduTek podcast. I just wanted to get some stuff out there and say my piece. Sometimes you have a down day and you put a lot of work into trying to make things better for yourself and your family, but hard work doesn't always pay off if you don't do it right. Sometimes it's very difficult to know whether you're doing the right thing or doing it right, so you have to have the ability to commit and stay focused. I wanted to use this opportunity because I'm having a bit of a down day. I've put so much work into trying to get a side business going, and it's not quite going the way I expected. So I wanted to use this opportunity to say, you just need to stay focused, walk the straight and narrow, keep going, and be willing to pivot. When something doesn't work, you don't give up. You actually can drink a glass of wine, relax a little bit, then go back to the drawing board and see what needs to change. If you have the ability to look at data and measure it, if you have a website and maybe you're trying to sell stuff like I've been trying, then pay close attention to the data. Look at analytics and see where people focus. If at the end of the day they don't purchase something, maybe they download something but don't purchase, then why? Obviously, either the product is not good enough or something's missing, so you need to try and find out what that is. That's pretty much where I am. To be honest with you, in hindsight, I would never have started a business based on selling Excel add-ins. Maybe I'm just going about it the wrong way, but I can tell you from experience that when you think you have a cool product or cool little app and you make videos about the functionality around that, it doesn't always get any traction. People might like it, but for some reason it doesn't get any traction. That could be for one of a few reasons. One is maybe there's just not much of a problem or not a big enough problem to solve, because they always say focus on the problem and solve the problem. If not enough people have that problem, then why try to solve it? Focus on something that a lot of people find problematic and then come up with the solution for that. In retrospect, my Excel add-in and different apps that I've done around Excel wasn't the best decision, but I really like creating those add-ins and different Excel solutions. Originally, the XLNavigator add-in was based on a subscription model, and although I had some people purchase it, I really wanted to change it to make it a one-off purchase with unlimited future updates. Everyone gets so fatigued these days, all the software, all the SaaS products out there, just about everything you have to pay a monthly fee for, and that adds up quickly. People are getting subscription fatigue, so I wanted to change it and just make it a simple flat fee purchase. One of my challenges was that I used a third-party licensing platform that really just focused on subscription models. I was also limited by the functionality of WordPress. I've been using WordPress. I do like WordPress as a blog platform. It's great, and you can do pretty much anything with WordPress. But you need add-ons and plugins, and all these plugins cost money. In most cases, it's a subscription fee monthly or annually you need to pay to get that functionality added. Then all these plugins don't always play nicely together, so sometimes you get some errors and bugs, and it's difficult to debug. I decided I had invested so much into the XLNavigator add-in and all the features that I couldn't just give up in the middle of this. So I decided to lock myself in the basement for 90 days, and I created a new website using Next.js completely independent from WordPress. Now I have full control over everything, and I also implemented a new licensing mechanism. All of this took some time. There was a learning curve involved and some trial and error to get everything right. But the new website, XLNavigator.com, offers the add-in as a download. It's a 7-day free trial download, and then you can purchase a license afterwards if you're happy, and it's a one-time fee. I implemented all of that stuff myself and have full control over it. I also refactored the XLNavigator add-in and broke it out into different add-ins. If you just want to do the date picker and calendar, you can download that version. If you like the vertical tabs, download that version. The Object Explorer is another version, or you can purchase all of it as one add-in that includes all the additional future features that I plan to add. I'm going to continue with the XLNavigator add-in, and it's slowly growing. The channel is new, so it still needs to get a following, but it's coming along. But I find that a lot of people download the add-ins and don't really purchase at the end of the 7-day trial. Either there's something wrong that I've missed, I don't get feedback about that yet, so I need to figure out how to get that feedback. Or it's just not valuable enough. Again, coming back to it, in retrospect, creating the Excel add-ins wasn't my best use of time. I should have done market research and found something with more of a demand and a problem that more people experience that I can solve. But I've learned a lot, and that's part of why I'm making this video. I do have other ideas for some solutions and digital courses that I want to focus on. I really do think digital courses and online courses would be a good first step if you're considering diving into coming up with a side business for yourself and eventually, hopefully, making it a full-time business later. The challenge is also growing YouTube. I've neglected YouTube on the KuduTek channel, and now with the new channel, I just signed up for vidIQ, so I'm going to use vidIQ to help me be more strategic as to the content that I create. I definitely want to build both these channels. KuduTek is going to focus on being a little bit like a reality show, because I'm going to share with you what's happening on the XLNavigator side of things. I've learned a lot in the process just in the last 90 days, building out that website and all the different pieces you need in place if you're going to have a website selling or offering apps that you want people to download. It doesn't have to be an Excel add-in. It could be anything that you can think of. There are just a lot of moving parts, and I pretty much figured all that out. So even though the add-in may never be a huge viral success, what I've learned in the process I think is invaluable, and I'm very excited about that. Over time, I'll share some of that with you, and I do encourage you, even if you have downtimes, keep at it. If you have an idea for an online course, an app, or a website, just do it. Join me, subscribe, and like this video. It's unedited, it's not a well-polished video, but honestly, I don't really have a lot of time. I have so much that I have to do every day, but I don't have a lot of time to focus on polishing out videos. On the XLNavigator side of things, I do plan to create some videos. I've always wanted to do some videos on just creating Excel apps. I think Excel apps that you can sell is a good way to get going. It's easy to get started with creating Excel apps, and I'm going to show you guys how to do some of that and how you can use AI to make it easier, quicker, and more efficient. We'll talk about if you want to create Excel add-ins the way I did the XLNavigator add-in. We'll talk about that too. So the XLNavigator channel will focus on the Excel stuff, Excel add-ins, Excel apps, and selling those apps. This channel will be more of a reality show where I share what I've learned on the XLNavigator side, what's working, what's not, and then additionally we'll focus on other business ideas, how to create courses, SaaS products, and apps other than Excel. On the XLNavigator side, if you have an Excel app that you develop using VBA macros and so on, and if you have enough traction on it, that is an opportunity to think that validates that you're onto a good idea. A good app like that is a potential candidate to then develop a SaaS product for. On this channel, we'll focus on that. I'll share some info on how I created the website for XLNavigator. Eventually, the KuduTek.com website, which is still on WordPress, is going to be redone as well, most likely using Next.js. I was using Cursor AI as my developer environment, my IDE. It worked very well, and using AI definitely makes everything easier. So we'll look into all of that as well. Yeah, I've had a bit of a down day because I've just put so much work into it, and I realized that I did tell myself that I had to do this in order to measure it and see the traction. I'm not getting as much traction as I want yet. Now, I also have to admit that I don't get a lot of traffic on the XLNavigator.com website yet, so it is also a numbers game. You have to maybe get a few hundred visitors every day. From that, maybe 20 or 30 downloads. Maybe from the 30 downloads after the 7-day trial, maybe 5 or 6 actually purchase. What we'll try to do is build out that XLNavigator channel, because I do have a lot that I'm going to share there, regardless of selling and providing the add-in. But then in addition, the objective is to increase traffic and then see if the numbers work. So it's an ongoing reality show. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate your support. Again, I wouldn't mind if you go over to XLNavigator. I'll leave the link in the description below to the channel. share some love, please. Just like it, subscribe, leave a comment. Also, download the add-in if you're an Excel person and you just want to try it out. Let me know in the comments. If it sucks, let me know. If there's something missing that you think would be nice to add, I'd appreciate that. Just leave it in the comments. All right, have a good day, guys. Bye.